Why is it crucial for organisations to actively address and manage their storage costs in the current landscape of big business and, of course, big data storage challenges? Alyssa Blackburn, Director Information Management at AvePoint, is here today to talk about what organisations need to do to be across all of this. Alyssa, how is data storage a now problem for organisations? Take us through it.
Actually, I think it's an interesting question because it's been always a problem. It's just that organisations are worrying about it now. So we know, for example, that in the next couple of years, global cloud storage is going to reach 200 zettabytes. That's not even a number that I can fathom. Zettabytes, that's right. That's not even a real number. But we know that there's a huge amount of storage out there, and there are also huge benefits to managing that storage, particularly as we move into this new era of AI, or we continue into this era of AI. Being able to take best advantage of that means that we need to have a really strong data and information management foundation, which is why it's never been more important to focus on this kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So how are organisations currently managing, or I guess mismanaging, their storage? What are you witnessing out there at the moment?
I think it's very much a keep everything forever mentality, which simply doesn't work. So what we also know is that about 47% of users say that they can't find the information they need to do their jobs. Now, that might be because it's hidden somewhere, it's not in the right systems, or there's just so much stuff that they can't find what they need through basic searching. And that's a real problem. And that can really lead to risk for an organisation if they're not able to make decisions on the correct information. So we do see a lot of mismanagement in the case that there's really no management at all, but we can't afford to do that any longer.
Absolutely, especially with the amount of data that people are actually storing, or big organisations. I just think about the family photos that I'm supposed to be at home organising for the family and all that sort of thing, you know, on the Dropbox. But what organisations, what would you suggest they need to do more effectively when it comes to managing their storage costs? Because I know a lot of people out there would look at the cost of this and go, we'll just save it. We'll just save it in a file.
Exactly. And I think this has been one of the really interesting challenges that we've seen with cloud storage, whereas before we could just buy another server, for example. But now in this cloud world, we're essentially storing our things on other people's computers and we have to pay for that. So it's become a much more relevant challenge than what it has been in past years. But I have a 3-step process for organisations to look at for what they need to do. So the first one is understand your information, understand what it is that you've got so that you can make some good decisions about what to do. And then the second one is I liken it to my 7-year-old daughter and getting her to clean her room. Okay. So like most 7-year-olds, her room is a nightmare. Very good that we're not seeing this in our chat today. But I can go in and I can do one great big cleanup for her. We can put all the books away, we can put all the clothes away, we can put all the Barbies away, but there needs to be maintenance as well. So step 2 is once we've understood what's going on, then we need to go into maintenance. So we need to have something in there that's going to help us keep on top of this. Then step 3, we want to move to a maturity model where we can take advantage of some of these amazing AI tools. I know there's been so much talk about things like Microsoft Copilot, for example, where organizations really want to take advantage of this incredible new technology that can unleash so much for us, but they can't do it because their data and their information is in such a mess. So understand, put in some maintenance, and then look to mature your strategy from there are my 3 key tips for how to tackle this challenge.
Very well said by you. I absolutely love that analogy of your daughter's bedroom, and you've reminded me I need to organise some of my stuff at home. But Alyssa, just to finish for me, just outline the key benefits, and again, just to finish for me.
Sure. Three key benefits. Really, really simple. One, cost. Who doesn't love cost savings? Definitely. Every time I buy 2 pairs of shoes, I tell my husband they were on sale, and so therefore that's why I saved money. In this particular scenario, we can return benefit to an organization that can then be reinvested in some of that cool AI stuff. So cost. Let's reduce our cost of storage. Two is risk. Let's reduce the risk we have of holding on to all of that data by not holding on to it. And finally, three, efficiency. Efficiency. Let's make our users more efficient, and let's give them the opportunity to make good decisions based on the information that they have access to.
Alyssa Blackburn, I want to thank you for joining me on the program and, of course, highlighting all of that right to the end. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for having me.